Hi students, how are you all? Welcome back. Let us continue our first chapter, and today we are going to see the topic memory unit. Memory. It is the most important part of a computer. As we know, there are two types of memory. One is internal memory and the other is external memory. The memory which is present in computer like RAM, ROM, that all are internal memory. And the memory which we carry in our hand, which is portable, like pen drive, CD, DVDs. So all these are external memory. Let us get into our topic in detail. So firstly, we will see about internal memory. In internal memory, we have two things. One is RAM, other is ROM. So in RAM, what does RAM do, and why it is required? In every computer, we require RAM must, because when we used to transmit the data, or we say that whenever we are using something, there should be an temporary memory, so that the data should goes through that. When we are using at that time, we have to see that data. That is why RAM is required, and we use this RAM again and again, because it does not store the data permanently. It is temporary. Let me give you one example. It will make you much clear. For example, a teacher is using a blackboard, and the teacher is writing all the equations, everything, and the students are copying it. Once the students have copied, the teacher rub that board and use it again for other chapters. So what is this blackboard? It is like an RAM. The teacher uses it again and again. Okay, so I hope you are clear with RAM. There are many other types of RAM we will come to know in detail. One is DRAM, that is dynamic RAM, or we can say that dynamic random access memory. Yes, of course, the data stored in dynamic RAM is temporary, and it was widely used in the olden days, or we can say that our fathers all have used that type of RAM. And you might have noticed that each and every time they used to do refresh, they in the mouse they used to do right click and refresh again and again. Do you know why? Because if they do not refresh the computer, the data in the RAM is completely filled with it, and it doesn't erase by its own. Hence the user has to refresh the desktop. When they refresh, the data is completely erased, and we can use the RAM. The RAM is at full speed. The next type of RAM is static RAM, SRAM. Here, the only difference between dynamic RAM and static RAM is that in dynamic RAM they have to refresh it again and again, but in static RAM they do not need to do that. It refreshes by its own, and the data is erased completely when it is filled. Okay, now let us see the other two types of RAM. One is SDRAM, that is synchronized dynamic random access memory. Here we can say that whenever we transfer the data, it requires RAM speed. If suppose you are transmitting the data into your pen drive, you might have seen one progress bar. That progress is shown into your computer. It is of RAM speed. If your RAM speed is high, then the data transmitting will be high. So here the speed of the RAM is compared to that both RAM, it is very high. Another type of RAM is DDR, that is double data rate memory. Here we can say that from the name itself, it is double than the SDRAM. So the speed is double, and it is more expensive also as compared to the other three types of RAM. Now let us see what is ROM. ROM means a permanent memory which is present in our computer, and the full form of ROM is read only memory. And as we know, whatever the data we save, it is permanently saved in our computer, that is in ROM. Let me give you one example of ROM. The data which you save in CD, then the CD is filled. I cannot erase it. So this is one example of ROM. Now let us see the types of ROM. One is programmable read-only memory. It has one more name, that is OTP ROM. It means one-time programmable read-only memory. It means that once I filled my data, then I cannot erase it or I cannot use it again. Like I had given you the example of CD. This is the reason that it is cheap, but it is not that much widely used. Let us see another type of ROM, that is EEPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. From the name itself we can come to know that it is erasable. So the data which is in PROM, it is erasable. So it is the next version of PROM. Now there is one more version, that is EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. So here the data which is present in PROM is erased electrically. In that EEPROM, it was erased bitwise. One byte it is erased. But here it is completely erased blockwise. So we can say that this is much faster than the other all ROMs. Now let us see types of computer. There are mainly three types of computers. One is digital computer, another is analog computer, and the third one is hybrid computer. Okay. Digital computer, as you know, digital means numbers. So here the computer uses numbers. As we all know that computer knows only 2 digits. It works on binary, that is 1 and 0. So the computer which we are using, like a mobile or we can say laptop, everything are digital computer. Then what is analog computer, you might ask, you may ask. Then what is analog computer, you may ask. So analog computer is generally used for like musicians. The keyboard which you see the musician use, it is analog computer. For film industry they are using mixer and some other tools they are using. So that all are analog computers. It is specially used for the the musics and songs, everything. Okay. Then what is hybrid computer? Hybrid computer means it is the combination of analog computer and digital computer. Okay, by the way, let me tell you that in digital computer there are two types. One is general purpose digital computer and another is special purpose digital computer. In general purpose digital computer means those computer which are used generally. So the laptop which you use, that all are general purpose digital computer. But there are some other computers which is used for specialized operations, or we can say the medical field, the computers which they use, the doctors used, or the ATM machine. It is all specialized computer for special purpose they are made. These are the two types of digital computers. Okay, I hope students you all are clear with this, and still this chapter has some topics remaining, that is the generations of computers. We will see this in our next class, and if you have any doubt you can contact me in Zoom. Thank you.